In the remote wilderness of the Western Australian bush, where the stars were few and far between, a gentle breeze rustled the trees. The Smith family was enjoying a rare moment of peace at their campsite. Cleo, their 3-year-old daughter, was fast asleep. Her mother sat beside the tent, and her father was preparing a nighttime tea. No one could have foreseen that this night would mark the beginning of a terrifying nightmare. In the dead of night, when the silence was thick and eerie, the tent began to shift slightly. Bats flitted through the darkness, and the moonlight cast ominous shadows among the trees. In this moment, something strange and unexpected occurred. An unknown kidnapper, moving stealthily and silently, approached the campsite and seized the opportunity to enter the tent. Cleo's mother, deep in sleep, remained unaware of the intruder's presence. It was only when she awoke to find her daughter missing that her heart sank. Her terrified screams cut through the night. Realizing Cleo was gone, their hearts raced in fear, and terror filled their eyes. They immediately contacted the police, and a search operation began. Search teams combed the darkness with flashlights, their anxiety mounting as they scoured the area for any sign of Cleo. The sounds of the howling wind and the eerie noises from the depths of the forest intensified their fear. Every rustle and shadow seemed to hold the possibility of a clue or a sign of Cleo. Police and volunteers, their hearts heavy with anxiety, searched tirelessly through the darkened woods and bushes. The fear of never finding Cleo, of the search being in vain, added to their mounting dread. After 18 days of fear and desperation, a cold and damp morning brought a glimmer of hope. In the midst of the relentless search, the police received a news that seemed almost miraculous. Cleo had been found, alive and safe, in a hidden house near the campsite. The house, shrouded in silence, seemed to hold its breath, waiting to be discovered. When Cleo was finally reunited with her family, tears of relief and joy streamed down their faces. The experience of almost losing their daughter and the fear of what might have happened had been overwhelming. The dark nights in the Western Australian bush would never be the same for them. The story of Cleo Smith serves as a haunting reminder of fear and hope in the darkness of life, illustrating that even when everything seems lost, there can still be a light at the end of the tunnel. Denise Jobs has a story that never leaves her mind. This story is about a time when she was 4 years old and went missing at the local park. But what happened that day was far more than just a simple disappearance. It was a beautiful, sunny day, and Denise and her friends were playing in the park. The sun was shining brightly in the sky, and a cool breeze was blowing through the trees. Everything seemed perfect. Suddenly, when Denise looked around, she realized her friends were no longer with her, and she felt that she had wandered away from them. While she was searching for her friends, a man approached her and said that she needed to go home because her parents were worried. He seemed friendly and kind, and without thinking, Denise trusted him and went to his house. When she entered the house, she felt that everything was very strange and unsettling. The doors and windows were locked, and the house was dark and cold. Denise tried to scream and call for help, but her voice got lost in the space. She was incredibly scared and felt like she couldn't find a way to escape. She was trapped in that house for hours, feeling intensely anxious and worried. Suddenly, she heard the voices of her grandparents and the police who were searching the house. The police unlocked the doors and brought her out of the house. When she returned home, she felt a sense of relief and comfort, but this calm didn't last long. After returning home, Denise felt like nothing could bring her peace anymore. Every sudden sound, every small change in her environment made her fearful and anxious. Her nights were disturbed by nightmares, and every time she closed her eyes, images of that dark, cold house flashed in her mind. Her family and therapists helped her cope with the experience, but even now, she sometimes feels that fear and anxiety come back to her. She was taught that these feelings are natural and would get better with time. Later, she learned that the man who had kidnapped her was their neighbor and was arrested due to his horrifying behavior. Kailyn Rodriguez, a 16-year-old girl with long brown hair and bright eyes, spent an ordinary day at school. She was always energetic and social, with many friends. At the end of the school day, Kailyn sent a message to her mother saying she would be home soon, but she never arrived. Kailyn's family began searching for her with growing concern. After unsuccessful attempts to reach friends and acquaintances, her parents quickly contacted the police and reported Kailyn's disappearance. The police immediately launched a wide-ranging investigation to find her. They examined possible routes Kailyn might have taken and questioned potential witnesses. One of Kailyn's classmates said she was last seen near the local park. The police went to the park and searched every area, but no sign of Kailyn was found. As days passed, the hope of finding Kailyn began to diminish for her family and friends. However, the police continued their investigation. After 10 days, a truck driver passing along a remote road on the outskirts of town reported a strong, foul odor near an abandoned area. The police went to the reported location and, after searching, found Kailyn's body in a remote and dilapidated area. Her body had been brutally attacked, and the scene was shocking for everyone. Forensic investigations revealed that Kailyn had been murdered about a week before and her body left in this place. The police, by examining evidence and analyzing surveillance footage, identified a suspect named Marcus Black. Marcus Black, a convicted criminal with a history of similar crimes, confessed to killing Kailyn. He admitted that he had kidnapped Kailyn on her way home, kept her in a hidden location for a few days, and then killed her, leaving her body in a remote area. Marcus Black was tried for kidnapping and murdering Kailyn Rodriguez and was sentenced to life imprisonment. This tragic event plunged Kailyn's family and friends into deep sorrow and had a significant impact on the local community. Despite this painful tragedy, Kailyn's family worked to keep her memory alive by establishing foundations to support victims of violence and raise public awareness about safety and protection for teenagers.